Appreciate you, Coach. Well, later tonight, a November snowfall is forecasted to hit the Twin Cities, but right now, calm outside, and, of course, a calm day inside U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cincinnati Bengals.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And the Minnesota Vikings.
Ready? You're not ready. You're not ready. 300. 51. 57 to Mike. Bravo.
Play action now. Cousins escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Set 50, plant. Yep. Be ready.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for the Bengals. 51 yards.
First down, Bengals.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Joe Mixon. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Ready. 18. Hey, Delta. Let's go, D.
2nd and 11. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Five. 52, right 52. Get ready. Whip. Watch the whip. Check.
Gun. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
22-jet bomber.
Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Let's go.
1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Cook. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field.
Here's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Watch number 86. Watch 86. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long. Topper. 2.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
49, check 49. Hey, Ken. Wide. Hey, zoom. Gun.
They just do get the play off. Now Cousins. That's to Dalvin Cook, his running back. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 42.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down. 15 line. 15 line. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Chance. Blue draw Corkers. Go. Motion. Get it.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave them with a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Let's go. Hey, we got
They'll drop the throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Danielle Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Going deep, and got his man, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They give him a gain of 38.
First down, Cincinnati.
Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Hey, you got 3 down. Hey, high 7. Let's go.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right.
It's just me and you.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. He was looking for John Ross that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Under 10. Check 15.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
Go there. General West. Hey, box truck.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Airing one out for Boyd. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Well, some credit there to A.J. Green because he's so tough to cover. Sometimes he causes those penalties.
He's one of the more difficult guys to cover in the NFL because of his ability to do just about anything on a route. Hard to do. Creates a lot of pass interference calls.
Set. 60 Pittsburgh. Tight down. There you go. Christian, travel. Hey, Steve 6.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He finds his man. That's Sweeney. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Tommy Sweeney, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Certainly there are good things about quick strike offenses that score fast, but a long drive can also work to your advantage as well.
In so many ways, Brandon, because number one, you get them tired, but the big one is mentally. They can't figure out how to slow you down, how to get off the field, how to get the ball back. They go to the bench wondering, what are we going to do next time in order to stop those guys?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Open man is Thielen is complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 22.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
You used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this, when he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
52, Mike, 52. I got it.
They'll throw again. Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
You don't want none. Go. Motion, motion. Check, check, check. Shift. Check 52 to Mike. Check 50. Rock it. Hey, watch this. Check. Lucky.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here I come again.
Yellow.
Kill.
Gun.
On second and a yard. Cousins flush to his right. And that's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter. A lot of time to change things. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard.
Watch twist. Check 4. Now. Roy. Hey, Mike, get it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first.
It's 4th down.
Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get?
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hughes. First down, here's the run with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adam Thielen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Go!
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. They're going to set up the screen here. This is Grant. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Ready? 70, Indy. Pilot, 64, Wick. Go. Let's go back.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't. Gun. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They run again on first down. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd and 9, Cousins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick.
That was a really nice interception. I think it illustrates the differences between playing man and playing zone. When you're in man, all you're focused on is the receiver in front of you. But when you're in zone, you're allowed to read the quarterback's eyes and go to the ball. That's exactly what happened on that play.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to get the run game going. This is Mixon. Tackle that time by Jarquiski Tartt. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
And a loose football, and the Vikings pick up the football. 20. 10, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Next to score, Vikings 24, Bengals 7.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Danielle Hunter racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mike Hughes. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your play.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Danielle Hunter, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now back to throw. On the move to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzomah, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to him.
Let's take it inside his own 40. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Listen. 80 weapons. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Say.
From the 31, Cousins. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Crunch.
Now a run with Cook. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He'll get 15 and a Vikings 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Gun.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, ready.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
57-yard gain. First down.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
Hey, you got 3.
Now they run with Mixon. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 18-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, they'll throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
Gun.
They start the drive with Cook. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Bengals grab it. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. So hold the phone here, Charles. I'd kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He's got it, and the score's now 27-14.
Next to score, Vikings 27, Bengals 14.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, though?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Now Cook. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know. Well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go.
And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On 3rd down, Cousins. This will be caught inside the 10.